Today I'm going to give you a review of the 𝖲𝖾 Santa Fe Resort. This is a family-friendly resort. It is the most basic of the three in the 𝖲L complex here in Los Cabos, and I just love the design of it. So be sure to stay tuned to the end because I've got lots of tips for you at this property, but let's go check it out. So heading into the main lobby, the decor in here is just lovely. It's very muted colors, but the overall design is still that sort of classic hacienda style with lots of wrought iron as well as foliage. This is about 7:15 in the morning, so not a whole lot of people up. There was a 𝖲 party yesterday afternoon. It was the jungle party, and I think a lot of people are sleeping in, as tends to happen at this property. So this is, as I say, it's the most basic of the three properties, lowest price point, the most rooms, and could get more of a typically younger crowd here. A lot of people will come here because of the 𝖲 parties, and so, you know, kind of a younger vibe to it. Around spring break time, this place is hopping, but it's a solid choice for families as well. Some main theater, the bar area. This is Tiki Taco. They'll be setting up with, you guessed it, tacos. That'll open up during the day for lunch. And then we've got the restaurants along the side. Now the difference with this being the 𝖲 Santa Fe, or a 𝖲 Classic Resort, and not a 𝖲 Palace Resort, is that most of the restaurants are going to be more of a buffet style. So more of a, you know, help yourself to the appetizers as well as the mains, or at least appetizers would be served buffet style. So that is something that's a little bit more basic, but certainly still lots of good choices and a lot of different variety. There's Italian, there's Mexican, there's Asian, and there is an American country resort which has, well, American style eating, as like things like burgers, hot dogs, nachos, and it's all a la carte. And none of these restaurants require advance reservations, so just show up when you're hungry and they'll seat you as long as there's a table available. There are peak times, you know, between 7 and 8, where you might find that it's a little bit busy. So on those days you might want to choose to go a little bit earlier, a little bit later, or just know that you're going to have to pop out and go and get a drink somewhere while you wait for your table to be ready. Easy peasy. Now they do have shops on site here, but of course they are resort prices. So, you know, this is a desperate situation if you need it. Across the highway there is a Walmart, and it's about a 10-minute walk if you cross the highway, or if you are smart and take the safety route, then it's could be about 25 minutes walk. But go to the Walmart, get your sunscreen, bug spray, whatever you need, and save the money for your next trip. Okay, so this gives you the layout of the property. So this is the entryway in the main lobby where we just were. These are the restaurants over here. Coming up to the main pool, these are more of the rooms, as well as this is the 𝖲 party area. And then over here, this is the front of the resort. And this is where the buildings do have elevators, and this is where you have the ocean view. But for now, we're gonna go and check out this pool area, because this is a hidden gem and something that's definitely worth checking out. And from there, we're going to head over here, which is the kiddie splash park and the adult water slides. You need to be at least 12 years old in order to access the adult water slides, or I believe it's 4 feet tall, so we'll go and check that out. If you're worried that Cabo is too desert-like for you and that it's just going to be way too hot, well, you might be right. But here at the 𝖲 Santa Fe Courtyard, they have gorgeous pool areas, and there's lots of shade with the palapas that they've built, as well as the natural shade from these gorgeous palm trees. I do love this pool. You know, this particular property is family friendly, so there's kids, can be kids all over the place, you know, depending on the time of year. but there are a few different pool areas. You've got this one in front of one of the main restaurants, as well as this one over here. And as you can see, they have a swim-up bar. And of course, the swim-up pool area is meant to be adults only. Occasionally, you'll see some kids will sneak their way in there, but for the most part, it is meant to be just for adults. And like I said, lots of natural shade, so it's such a nice, tranquil area and a great place to relax. Okay, now we're at the section where the real party is. So this is around villas sort of 8 and 9, and these are the real party rooms. So it's a specific category you can book. You do get a few bit of freebies. So depending on the duration of your stay will depend on what exactly you get. But you are right beside the party. So there's only 2 nights of the week that the parties go until 11, but the other ones are during the day. So it's Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday's a jungle party. Wednesday is my favorite. That's the white party with sort of 80s themed music. And then Friday is the pink party. Saturday is the neon party. Yeah, if you want to be right where the action is, this is it. And this will get busy later on with a foam party and all kinds of stuff. This area is not open any other time. It's only specifically for the real parties, but it's a hoot. You've got to come and check it out. So as well as being in the area of the real parties and having close proximity to that, if you are staying in the real party rooms, you are also close to the water slide park. So let's go check that out. Okay, so it's a splash water world. So you can see there are basically, here we go, 5 different types of water slides. I actually really like the fact that they show you what each of them is like, so that you can get a sense of what you're up for. You are not allowed to wear any jewelry in here. In fact, earrings, etc., they will make you take them off before you are allowed to go onto the slides, and that's just for safety reasons. It is open from 10 until 5. Next door we've got the wet and pizza. So this is mostly pops and pizzas. They do also have some draft beer, but you're not allowed to have alcohol in here, and they prefer you not to have any alcohol consumed before going into the water slide park. And they're pretty aggressive slides, so that again makes perfect sense. Okay, so the restrictions are must be 12 years and 3'9", I guess. Let's take another look over here. They've got a sign up. And it is closed on Thursdays for cleanings, so just be aware of that. So minimum height 1.2 meters. But you can see it's a pretty cool water slide park. And I know it is super busy during the day, and especially the racing slides, people love those. So that's these ones here, the 4 right there. Grab a friend, see who comes down the fastest and who gets there first. Lots of fun. And if you are not 12 years old or 1.2 meters, do not despair, because there is still a water park for the little ones. So here we have the other water park area, and they've got some pretty decent slides. I mean, okay, those 2 are kind of, you know, sure, for the wee kiddies, but those 2 are not bad. You know, if you're sort of 8-10 years old and can't go on the big ones, then that gives you some options. Lots of shade. You know, again, we've got these rope pulleys where you can get the coverage over top. Not allowed to have any alcoholic beverages in here. That's not a big surprise, not anything particularly different than anywhere else. But they'll have these water string. Got the buckets dumping every once in a while. The one on the far side's pretty much ready to go. Again, this palm tree will have spray coming out of it. So it's just a really nice place to come and get cooled off. And parents, you're allowed to go in there with your kids. So go in, get wet, have fun. Oh, and more slides on this side. Oh, look at that. It's only like 40 centimeters deep, or 1 foot 3 inches. So really, for even the little ones, I mean, I'd probably stay away from those buckets because that's going to come down with a bit of force. But in these other areas, certainly you're going to be well cleared to have some fun and enjoy the water areas. You see this bucket go. And this one did see that it sort of splashes a little bit onto the deck there, so something I'd probably be cautious of. Oh, it's getting ready to go. Ready? Closer. And there it goes. Yeah. Good fun. So here we are at the front of the resort. We've got these 2 swim-up bar pools with a couple of sort of jacuzzi inserts. And we've got the main pool over here. And this is Medano Beach. So as you can see, pretty big waves, and they do come up quite high depending on the time of year, or time of the day, time of the week. So you have to be very careful here. But Medano Beach does run from all the way down that end in front of the Rio Palace Cabo San Lucas, in front of here the Rio Santa Fe, in front of next door the Rio Palace Baja California, and then all the way down the beach right to the end where those ships are, which is the mouth of the marina. But it isn't until you're about sort of there in that section that is really the swimmable section of Medano Beach. You see here, I mean, you can see the force of those waves coming in. I know this isn't the best spot to see it all, but the waves are very strong, and so really that's where the pools are going to be where you want to be. Not that you can't ever swim in the ocean, but it's a pretty rare experience. And that is why they've got this beautiful massive pool here. This is also near the activities pool. Beautiful edge there. They are serving drinks to you in the pool as well as at your loungers. It's a perfect location. So there you have it. This is the Rio Santa Fe Resort. Again, it's a more budget-friendly resort and a little bit more basic in terms of some of the food and drinks that you're going to get here, but definitely doesn't shirk its way when it comes to the overall look of the resort, the pool areas, and as well those views of the ocean. So definitely a solid choice for your next vacation here to Cabo. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. See you on the next one.